What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by once again. Tonight we're going to be talking about MMAT. But before we do so, make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and share the video with your friends so we can get as many people that want to learn about the trade here. Anyway, with that said, let's go ahead and jump right in. But by the way, happy Friday, everybody. I hope you've had a good day, you've had a good week, made some money in the markets, but that's why we're here. That's why we're here to see if we can gain an edge for that direction. So anyway, let's see. So we were talking about the Fibonacci retracement here, potentially coming back to the 382. And we did get that. We did find support, and we actually found some resistance right at the inverse spot 618. We were mentioning the possibility of retracing from this one spot 618 high of 135. We were talking about the retracement going all the way down to potentially the 236, the O spot 236, which has some confluence with the top of the wedge, the conversion from resistance into support. We also mentioned that it could have been a 2-day session or a 3-day session. So, I mean, if it didn't happen all today, then potentially, for the coming sessions. But since we did get that rejection and we did get the support, we printed what's called this can be considered a spinning top doji candle. That usually signifies an indecision, or the battle between the bears and the bulls is not solidified, if you will. So let's go ahead and take a look at these notes, see what else we got. We got the doji, okay. Okay, perfect. So let's go ahead and just get a quick bias and direction with our RSI. Let's go ahead and jump into the 30-minute first. So the 30-minute is already showing some signs of bullish action. We recently crossed over the moving average, and now we are within bear weakness percentile. So remember, guys, if you're new to the channel, if you haven't heard me talk about this before or haven't read my threads on Twitter, which, by the way, it's the handle is at ARCa Bulls, ARCA BULLS, if you want to follow me there. But yeah, so just real quick, this area here below the middle marker is considered to be the bear weakness percentile. This would be bear strength percentile. And inversely, you have the bull weakness and bull strength right here. So just so you guys, don't get confused when I'm talking about things like that. But this is signaling with a weak upside pivot that we're going to continue to the upside. But let's look at a 15-minute real quick to see if we can get a quicker bias. The 15-minute is suggesting an upside and has also made a bullish cross over the moving average. Let's move on to the bi-hourly and see what it has to say. So the bi-hourly came down from extreme highs. That's 93.82%. Yeah, it needed to take a breather. It has jumped into bull weakness, and it looks like it's actually going to jump into the bearish control zone. So particularly the bear weakness percentile. The pivot, once again, it's a little weak. It's not showing too much of the downside bias, but we do have to consider the fall that it's been doing over this time. Now, let's look at the hourly along with the bi-hourly and see what it's signaling. So the bi-hourly is actually giving us a potential rejection out of the bear weakness percentile, and this looks like it's starting to make a curve to the upside, but nothing to confirm that just yet. Let's go ahead and move on to a higher time frame. Excuse me. Okay, so this is the 6-hour RSI. And the 6-hour RSI is also not showing too much of a bias. It is on a downward pivot, so we may consider some slight bearish action before some bullish action. Let's look at the 4-hour along with the 6-hour and see what it says. Man, again, usually when we see these types of indications on the RSI, when it's just a flat line just like this, that signifies that there's no edge in the trade, which actually matches very well to the spinning top doji that we printed right here. This, it's an indecision candle, so the RSI is absolutely in accordance with that candle. Okay, so let's move on to a greater time frame. So we're gonna look at the 12 hour, and the 12 hour looks like it's retraced from the 77 over bought percentile, and again the print is also flat. The moving average is suggesting upside, and we are definitely in bull strength right here. So that's a we may see some upside at the end of the session on Monday, potentially Tuesday. But yeah, as far as the short, I mean, we can go to a micro time frame, and yeah, this is suggesting some immediate short term upside on the 5 minute. Let's look at the 15 minute again. 15 minute is upside. 30 minutes starts to get that weird little curvature. Okay, so I'm going to be honest with you guys. I would not suggest entry into MMAT come the Monday session. The wisest words I heard from my mentor were that if you can't find an edge on your trade, on your strategy, don't trade it. So the best way to actually make money sometimes is to keep the money, right? Anyway, so let's go ahead and move on. Let's take a look at our notes to see if we can get some other form of bias. But there are signals here that I would really like to share with you guys, so that you can see that the price action in MMAT is not random, and there is a technical reason as to why we're making the stops that we are making. Let's see here. So let's go to the 5-day chart. So the 5-day chart, we already called this the other day. We know that we're in a descending channel. This is what we didn't know is that this is a 5-month long span here. So each candle you're seeing print right here is 5 days long. So the measurement tool here, I took it just before we started this video here, so that you can see how long we've been in it. It's approximately 160 days. So that's that's definitely 5 months long so far. And also you can actually check right down here. So that's May 5th, 2022, and this is October 12th, of course. So when we trade short terms, we also keep an eye on the closures of larger time frame candles. Like, for example, this is a 5-day candle that's going to be closing. If you can take a look right over here on the right hand side, is going to be closing in 3 days. 3 days is let's see, 15 hours. So if this candle prints in the manner in which it is right now, that usually signifies some type of downside. Now, if we do get some more bullish action and print it, a little higher, that can be a confirmation for continuation to the upside. Now, usually, I have mentioned this before, but usually formations like these require a first and a second test for you to even confirm that we are within that channel or within the formation. So this is the second test, and it's still 3 days away from closing. So I mean, three trading days or trading sessions. So that's man, we all know that within these 3 days, anything can happen. The markets are so volatile right now. There's all this negative catalyst happening. So we have to only assume the worst, right? But anyway, yes, if we did print this as a what would look like as an inverted hammer, it would be bearish, but it wouldn't be considered an inverted hammer. It would be considered a shooting star because it is after an uptrend. So the shooting star would essentially give us a signal that there is downside coming. But that's please remember, guys, that I tend to look at the raw price action first before I do the indicators and the historical data. Anyway, so yeah, that's it with that candle. Now, Hold on just a sec, guys. I'm taking a look at our notes right here. Okay. All right, perfect. So let's go ahead and jump in to the monthly. There is something very important within the monthly that I'd like for you guys to know. So similarly, we do have we do have the monthly candle closing in about 16 days. I said similarly only because we were looking at the closing basis of the 5-day candle. So now we're looking at the monthly closing basis, and we're about 16 days away. We're halfway through. It's for us to be able to keep in mind. So if this candle prints in a bullish manner, if it closes in a bullish manner, when I say print is close. So when it closes in a bullish manner, it is going to be a confirmation of upside. One thing that we should keep in mind is that also, let's just go back to the 5-day. We were continuously seeing these lower targets coming down. So this starting with this, let me see, what's the high on this candle? The high, we can see them right up here. So the high of this candle is 82 cents, and the high of this candle was 81.80. So I mean, technically this candle was the breaking of market structure, because we kept on making just lower targets and lower highs and lower lows here, just a series of them. So this was this spinning top doji sometimes can signify a reversal as well, but usually it's more of a gamble. But this candle was officially the break of market structure, and then this one officially broke that trend where we came back up and tested the top of this descending channel. So that's something to also keep in mind. It is a bullish statement in a sense from MMAT. So let's go back and jump into the monthly and take a look at the structure here too. As you can see that these candles were all coming down, and then this one right here just created the market structure breaking. So it created the break of market structure. Excuse me, my English is a little questionable right now. Okay, so now we are in a massive downtrend, and if you can see that none of these candles have printed or closed, like I said before, none of them have printed or closed in an inverted hammer. So this is a huge downtrend, massive downtrend. Each candle is a month long, and now we're in the process of printing what could be an inverted hammer. Now, when we do print, I mean, I would love to see that, but 16 days is a long time, and anything can happen within this time. But if we do print an inverted hammer at the very bottom of this, that's a bullish statement from MMAT, and will definitely signify a trend reversal or just some upside. So that's something to look out for. I have a few things here in the monthly that I want to show you guys. Okay. All right, perfect. So let me pull up our simple moving averages. Now, if you can take a look at our SMA 10, this is our 10-day simple moving average in the monthly chart. You can see that we used it as rejection, and that's aside from it sharing confluence with our descending channel resistance top, it was also used as a resistance right here. So when we have rhyming targets, or when we have confluence in targets, that's what we need in order for us to validate a target. And then the bias and direction could be figured by things like momentum oscillators or the relative strength index, like RSI, what we look at here all the time. MACD is also a very good indicator for direction. And I also have a few other plugins. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm also audio engineer. But we also do have an assortment of indicators that are made with the ARCa logo. So these are the Crypstex ARC-Series indicators that are available to you. But just make sure to hit me on the DM I'm available on Discord. I'll go ahead and put the link to the Discord server for a private trading group down below, and I will also include the Twitter handle so you guys can be able to follow me. This platform that I'm in is TradingView. This is where I chart, everything, and this is where the indicators are available. But yeah, just make sure to DM me if you do have any interest in those indicators. Yes, so I just wanted to make sure that you guys can also see that there is no type of manipulation there's nothing weird is what I'm trying to say. There's nothing weird happening here, other than the technicals just you know, or the price action following the rules of the technicals. So we also called yesterday that MMAT is following market structure and geometry or market geometry, and that's a really good thing because that allows us to be able to use things like Fibonacci retracement in order for us to gain an edge on the trade. So, for example, if we put a fib from the top of the range to the bottom of the range here, we can likely see that we've touched very, very important areas. Like, for example, this candle here. Remember, I started the indicator from right here at this blue circle to down here. We can see that this candle touched right at the 2 fib. Let's see. This candle right here closed right at the 2.618. We have some resistance here on the inverse, not 618, and also closing near it. This one had a high. This one used the 382 as a resistance, and it just so happens to be close to the support bottom of the descending channel where the knot 236 is landing, and it used it as support. Yeah, you guys. So we're definitely playing to the rules right here. So this is it's not a slam dunk type of ticker. It is not, the trades are not slam dunk either. Like, for example, what's happening right now with all the RSIs, I wouldn't suggest for us to gain entry on Monday. There's not enough for us to be able to make money. So this is what I would consider probably I'd say a D plus to C minus trade. D plus because you can lose 1%. C plus because you can possibly gain the 1%. So if we're talking about a 1-to-1 ratio, or I don't think that's it's worth the risk. But it's not financial advice. Remember, guys, I am not a financial advisor. I am not suggesting for you to buy or sell any asset. I am only showing you what I see, and please take what I say as a form of entertainment. So if we were going to go down to a smaller time frame, just real quick before we end the video, smaller time frames are suggesting, remember, we looked at the 30, the 5-minute, and the 15-minute in the RSI, and they are suggesting some type of pump to the upside in the immediate short term. So this candle on the 2-hour is a bit bullish. So these two candles in the hourly are also bullish. They didn't return anything. There's no wicks or to the upside or the downside. So they have not returned anything that were given into them. So we are likely to see a test of the inverse 0.618 at 94. If you want to get exact, then it would be 94.53. From, where are we? From 90.46. And that's that. I mean, that we could possibly wick also to the knot 786 at 101, but I don't know that it can go that high with just the 5-minute and the 15-minute RSIs being into the upside. The 30-minute, remember, it was starting to kind of have a weak upside posture. So we could possibly wick up to here and just immediately reverse. I'm not sure that we're going to be able to hold the 382, but I find it highly likely for us to test the 236. And that's going to be at 79.10, at 79 cents. And this is going to be the area where we can likely confirm the conversion from resistance into support of the top of this descending broadening wedge. So confirming this would be Valid with I think a 4 hour candle closure. That would be the ideal situation. Hourly closure can do it too, but that always had for a more agile trader or more risk prone or risk tolerant, you can call those traders. So for a more risk tolerant trader, you can confirm this support with a 1 hour closure candle above the support, of course. And let's see. So if we're in an hour right here, likely, let's see, 15-minute RSI, uh, early session, maybe even in the pre-market, we can see the upside happen, and then the test to the 236 or the support level. I'm sorry, the newly converted resistance into support at 79 cents. This area would be where I would not financial advice, of course. This is the area where I would possibly be trying to gain entry. I did mention this yesterday as well. So, and then also bear markets tend to have wicks or terminal shakeouts, like Wyckoff calls it, Wyckoff theory, or a spring in Wyckoff theory, one of those two. So entry would be between 79 cents and the bottom of the range would be 75. So this would be, this is definitely the area where I would accumulate for an upside move. We need to make sure that we do not fail this newly converted support, because if we do fail it, and then start testing, let me go ahead and just grab a pen so I can draw. If we do fail this, right, we go down like this and something like that, and start facing this rejection here, that's bearish. We'll definitely continue on to likely to 69 cents at the 1 fib, followed by a bounce to find now resistance at the 236, and then eventually going down to test our range lows, which are 63 cents, around 64, 63 cents. So make sure to practice with risk management if you are trading assets like metamaterials, MMAT. I wouldn't suggest swing trades on smaller cap stocks. Things like that are trading maybe $15 or above, maybe we can do swing trades, but holding trades on MMAT overnight as a momentum trader or as a day trader are highly risky. I mean, as you can see that this is a 1 hour, so we're looking at a small time frame. We can face serious capitulation events like the ones you're looking at here. So please make sure to keep that in mind. If you are more of a day trader, try to make sure to keep those small caps in order, and don't keep them overnight. But anyway, that's gonna do it for this video, you guys. Make sure to remember to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. I'll include the Discord link at the bottom, and also the Twitter handle for me. It's again ARCa Bulls. Make sure to give those socials some love from me, you guys. Thank you so much again for stopping by. If you have any questions, hit me on the DM or comment below. I would love to hear your take on the analysis. Anyway, have a good night, and we will talk soon. Adios.